Nigeria yagiteretsemo mwana. Ntabwo manza ntarizo mfite mwe. Ariko manza ntarizo mfite.
Aho hose byanze gusinza handi bari kurebera.
Rwanda bamaze kwiterekamo igitego. Amaye.
Ngewe ubundi bararutsinda ubona. Barutsinda ibitego bimwe.
Reba umunyezamu uzatangiye kuvuga ngo ibintu bituba ni ibiki.
Abantu barufanaga bari bafitinde bayibeshye.
Rwanda sinda mu bete nyarwanda yawe yasaze se.
With innovative initiative, effective crowdfunding campaign. He said if every supporter gave €1, we would have 35 million. With €2, we'd have 70. We'll see if anything like that comes to pass. Seems unlikely, but shows the clubs and the fans' enthusiasm for keeping their star striker Osimhen showing why yet again with a goal 10 minutes into this match. Plenty of interest for the centre forward. Barcelona, Arsenal, Manchester United, Juventus, Paris Saint-Germain, more reportedly keeping a keen eye on Osimhen. Remains focused on lifting the Turkish title. Said the club is a big family. From the moment he arrived, he felt the fans' love. Also, former teammate from Napoli. Dries Mertens to help him in his integration. Nigeria trying to find a way through. Fairly crowded midfield. Rwanda trying to find their way out of their own half. It's Alex Iwobi. Making his 83rd appearance for his country. And Tuari very nearly. The ball nicked off his toes by Moses Simon. It was in fact Adamola Lookman, who's now coming to the more central position. Those two look set to interchange. Keep the right side of the Rwandan defence guessing. Tina Omborenga be up against it through the course of this match. Plenty of talent on the bench as well. Victor Boniface, Leverkusen striker, wouldn't be surprised to see him feature at some point. It's a slip there from Lookman at a crucial moment. Without the slip, might have struggled to catch the Atalanta forward. Ola Aina gearing up for the long throw. It is long. West to the penalty spot. Rwanda clear, but only as far as Say Samuel. Forces his way into the area. Chukwueze, two for company. Say Samuel with the cross, which is comfortable in the end for Ntuari. So Amrouche animated on the sidelines. Good. Nyomagabu. Eric Shell on his haunches. Impressive to still be able to do that after a long playing career. He's a centre back in his playing days, retired in 2014. Started coaching very soon after. In France in 2016, stayed there until 2022. As mentioned in the build-up, mixed reactions to his appointment. Abidjan. Nonetheless, impressive reactions. One back by Osimhen, showing it's another string to his bow. Simon, who's been involved in a lot of goals in Ligue 1 this season, nearly hitting double figures for Nigeria. 9 goals in the past for the Super Eagles. This is 78th appearance. It's 8th on the all-time list for appearances. In between Iwobi above him and Trista Kong just behind. Not quite broken into the top 10 for scorers yet. Osimhen now a clear second on 24. It was towards Osimhen again. Both he and Wilfred Ndidi going for that header, getting in each other's way a touch. Off target from Osimhen. For his second of the afternoon. Ndidi for his first ever goal for Nigeria. Over 60 appearances. Nigeria, of course, missed out on the Qatar World Cup. They've never missed consecutive finals since their debut in the United States in 1994. Now aiming to return to a US World Cup. Of course, states sharing it with Canada and Mexico. This expanded World Cup, first time featuring 48 teams rather than 32, which will likely open the door for several debutants. Rwanda could be one of them. Up to 10 African nations could feature. It's only 5 were present in Qatar, where Morocco made history, becoming the first African nation to reach the semi-finals. There will be at least 9 in Canada, the US and Mexico. Some of the runners-up in the 9 qualifying groups will get another chance. 4 best ranked second place sides will be drawn into a playoff, semi-final and a final in November 2025, determining which African country will advance to an intercontinental playoff. Say Samuel puts the ball in, only finds a man in yellow. Rwanda yet to really mount anything in the way of an attack. Could that change here? Brought down the right-hand side by Hakim Sahabo. Pass his way with, though, ultimately the roar of expectation in the stadium subsides. Now it's trepidation again. Simon into the middle, and again it was a little too close to his own goal for comfort by a Rwandan centre-back, this time Thierry Manzi. Osimhen was lurking behind, certainly couldn't let it go. Twari with a nervous glance to his right-hand post. He did go beyond it, but now another corner and an opportunity for Adamola Lookman to cause yet more trouble with another delicious delivery. This time it was too close to Twari. His punch is picked up on the edge. Now back with Lookman. Trying to create space for a clever disguised low ball in. Ultimately ran through to the Rwanda keeper. Lookman looking dangerous again. 13 goals, 5 assists in Serie A this season. Just 23 appearances. To say he and Osimhen have been two of Africa's very best over the last couple of years. A consistent goal scorer.
ninjya kuzamuka ruriya yose uko angana ndavana muri multiplize yanjye nkaho n'insinga zose mbihamye bisiye mu gikapu cyane.
In his time at Atalanta.
ubu ndayabika mu gikapu nese uzayakuramo
Norris German adventure with RB Leipzig. Just a 1 goal for Everton. Was born in Wandsworth, London, England. Rwanda now finally to the final third. Forced to retreat into their own half. Goringa galloped past Iwobi and then into Ndidi. Simon is nicked away by Jihad Bizimana. Home support trying to act as the 12th man. Feels like they're up against 12 men here in Nigerian colours. On the attack again, the Super Eagles. This time Iwobi couldn't force it through. Trying to pass their way out from the back. High press of Nigeria. Still plenty of players forward, so they do find a way out. Far from a counter-attack, but just happy to have a bit more of the ball. Jose Quizera over on the left-hand side. Waits for reinforcement. Once again, despite a bit more possession, Stanley Mwabali is yet to be tested in the Nigeria goal. Lookman back to Bassi. Potentially dangerous ball into the box. I was going to say it was dealt with. Dawdled on it in the end. Thierry Manzi, but survived a scare as Osimhen briefly nicked it away from him. Got a player down here for Rwanda. It is the captain, Jihad Bizimana. Rennick's on to check him over. Scored the winning penalty against Benin in October during AFCON qualification. Bizimana, the third of his international career. It was an acrobatic attempt at a clearance, which seemingly is undoing here. No permanent damage done.
Ega match igeze mama kubaka ku gikingo. Kama ina zara.
Ubona ko buri muri mani
Muri akina muri Man yo ni Man City. Ngana rukambira mu kanya. Ibi.
nakabonye mani tukibazacyumva kuri televiziyo mani iri
5 meeting already come and gone. Nigeria comfortably on top thus far. They've actually been better on the road than they have at home in recent times, unbeaten in their last 4 away games in all competitions. That is including rather a goalless. There are 2 local players in this squad. Goalkeeper Coyote Bankole, Remo Stars, and midfielder Papa Daniel Mustafa of Niger Tornadoes. Eric Shell looking to reward performances in the
ibihumbi 14 zangura mu bide zanjye.
Mirongo itanu simagaza amashyiramo. Iyo telefone izanye mani pure. Urumva?
playing in Italy, AC Milan and Atalanta. Of course, Osimhen currently in Turkey, Simon in France, Didi Iwobi, Aina and Bastille in England. Shrewsbury Kong in Saudi Arabia, and Mobali in South Africa with Chippy United. They come together though for these international breaks very quickly. Gel and form a cohesive unit. This is more like the Nigeria we've expected in the previous 4 World Cup qualifiers. Can they though hang on to the lead this time, where they failed on match day 4? Goulet's ball proves too hot to handle for Omborenga. Rwanda though growing into this one now after that early blow. They rode out the storm. Nigeria looked far more likely to score the game's second goal, and now in the latter stages of the first half are pushing on, looking for an equaliser and an early change. Samuel Goulet make way for Gilbert Mugisha. Not sure if there was a knock. Seems to be moving okay, Goulet. Either way, a change deemed necessary by Adel Amrouche, one of his more experienced players in Mugisha, entered the fray with 50 minutes or so of the game still to play. Could it prove immediately to be a super sub? It was Mugisha. Within seconds of entering the fray, he was the first to test the reflexes of Stanley and Mobali. So a little space. It was on target, comfortable enough for Nigeria keep up, but finally Rwanda coming to life here late in the first half. They got to survive through though to half time. Always a threat in attack, the Super Eagles. Better spell, but in a second, there could be a second if an opportunity is presented at the other end of the pitch. Lookman and Osimhen combining again. This time not quite to such a devastating effect. Five minutes to go in this first half. Still, Victor Osimhen's open up the difference between the two sides. Mounty with a long ball forwards, one which will bounce comfortably through to Anwali. It's been impressing for Chippa United this season. 7 clean sheets in his 19 games. Save success rate of over 80%. Becoming the de facto #1 for the Nigerian national side. This cap, number 18. Maybe worked again here. Rwanda attacking down the left-hand side. Here's Kwizera. Iwobi forces him backwards and then forces Rwanda all the way back to Ntwari. Iwobi said he wants to emulate his uncle, JJ Okocha, by winning the Africa Cup of Nations. Came close, of course, at the most recent time of asking. Nigeria edged out by the Côte d'Ivoire in the final in Abidjan. Shot there of Paul Kagame. Roar of appreciation for the president of Rwanda. Will surely be enjoying his country's end to this first half. Rwanda making Nigeria work for their lead now. Three in the box waiting as Keisha turns this way and that. It's over the head though of Nchuti. Listen to that roar. The first Rwanda corner in the 44th minute. Nigeria flew out of the blocks in this one. But their host showing this is far from a done deal. An equaliser here late in the first half would be a real blow for the Super Eagles if Rwanda can conjure one up. It's forced to wait whilst again the referee sorts out a few of the squabbles in the area. Hakim Sahabo, teenager, latest to have a word in his ear. Something of a mismatch with Ola Aina. It's off the gloves of Enwa Bali, but not that convincingly away. Rwanda remain with the ball, well in Nigeria territory. Whipped in again. He was knocked down, then knocked away by Bassi, who was himself then knocked over. Innocent attempt to get to the ball, just a moment too late. Only caught a chunk of the man. Wana Mugisha is sent away. There'll be 3 minutes of additional time. Nigeria, the way things are going, will want them to come and go quite quickly. Clumsy at worst from Mugisha. Yeah, tall defensive midfielder. Not able to avoid Bassi. The back heel to the path of Quizera. There'll be one more opportunity before the half-time whistle at either end. Harmless free kick forwards rather sums up Nigeria's end to this first half. The impression they are just trying to survive with their lead intact through to half-time. Reorganise. Take on the advice of Eric Schell. Calmly done by Iwobi and Aina. Bassi back to his keeper. Picked up though by Yomagabo. Mugisha. There it is. Gilbert Mugisha. Second Mugisha now added to the Rwanda 11. But Osimhen nicks in, closes in on goal, dinks it over and Ntwari. And Nigeria just like that have a second. They are lethal. He is lethal. Osimhen adds his and his country's second in the final minute of first half stoppage time. Nigeria have been looking like they were just trying to survive through to half time with their lead intact. But Osimhen always lurking, nicked in. And from there was very little doubt about how it would end. Nigeria's number 9 scores his 25th goal for his country and puts the Super Eagles in a totally commanding position for the second half. A quick glance up, saw Ntwari rushing out, the presence of mind to lift it over the Kaiser Chiefs keeper. As we cut back to the action, it's Nigeria on the front foot again. Osimhen through to Lookman, wins a corner, and suddenly it's Rwanda trying to survive through to half time, but not with the lead. want to take it short. Back to Adamola Lookman. Zaina. Moses Simon. Lookman lets it run. And that will be the half-time whistle. Well, Osimhen, the difference between the two sides with the first half brace. One goal in the 11th minute. The next, well into first half stoppage time. Nigeria halfway to their first victory of this World Cup qualifying campaign. One that is crucial for their prospects in the second half of this World Cup qualification campaign. Join us in about 15 minutes to see if they can hold out through to the final whistle.
With USPS Ground Advantage, it's like you're with us every step of the way.
Remember, these Reese's Big Cups have a layer of chocolate lava, not lava lava.